Take me home, County Road. I can all hear is begging me to stop. Anyway, we're on County Road, a famous road in the north of Liverpool, right in the heart of the Walton area of Liverpool. That leads us right to Goodison Park, which we will certainly take a look at if we can get past this Thai massage place. Very tempting. Just joking. Considered a deprived area, the road has been beaten and bruised more than most, has faced many challenges over the years. Famous for the County Road Cutters, a football hooligan gang active in the 80s and 90s, and of course following the tragic killings of 3 very young girls in Southport. It's here that the riots took place in August last year, where businesses were severely damaged by around 300 rioters who clearly stepped the mark by setting fire to bins, looted shops, set the community library on fire, all which I'll talk about and explain as we move down County Road, which has, like any typical high street now in Liverpool and across the UK, we have the same kind of shops, don't we? Here's our first Turkish barber. But first, a prominent figure in the heart of Walton, the Black Horse. It's not actually called the Black Horse, it's just Black Horse, but as a Scouser we tend to put the in front of everything, don't we? Wednesday speed quizzes are very popular here. Build a burger for a £5. A great Green King pub. Now, there was a serious assault outside here just before Christmas. I think it's worth mentioning. A man was fighting for his life. When he got home, he collapsed, bleeding on the brain. But the last I read, the neurosurgeon seemed positive, so hopefully 2025 is a more positive year for him, although that might not be the case for most in 2025. I've just put down my newspaper. Yeah, you heard, newspaper. I do still like to have a physical newspaper, where the headlines was look at this, Scouts Superstore. Go ahead. Yeah, so the headlines read that mortgage rates are set to rise, your weekly shop will cost you more, things are on the up. Now, what do you expect when you're living in a country where there are more households taking benefits than there are households paying tax? Or, let me rephrase that basically more than half of people living in the UK receive benefits than they contribute or pay in taxes. Now, if more than half the country are classed as net recipients, it begs the question, doesn't it? Is it sustainable in the long term to have a situation where more people receive more than they contribute? Doesn't take half a genius to work that out, does it? Now, of course, there's genuine cases, and you know, that's justifiable, isn't it? When you're genuine. Your average hard-working cabbie, builder, whatever, certainly won't mind that. But I'm sure if things carry on rising and we're seeing our hard-earned cash being spent on them that contribute to absolutely nothing to society, then I'm afraid, like we did in August, we're going to see a lot more civil unrest, aren't we? Civil disorder. Unless our government gets our house in order quickly, I don't know. There's only so much people will take. Now, we've come to my favourite building here on County Road. Doesn't take much. It's the Glebe. It's actually called Bernie Mays there, Bar and Bistro, but it is the Glebe Hotel. And look at that. Let's get a better look at it over here, eh? So there you can see it's the Glebe there. Fantastic building that. I do love my architecture. This was built in 1882, and because of its architectural importance, its Gothic style, its prominent spire on the corner of Weldon Street, exactly 50 years ago in 1975, was given a grade 2 listed status, which is obviously very important, isn't it, to remember our history. It is very run down, I must admit, County Road. I don't always remember being, you know, overly thriving, should I say, but definitely is a bit run down now. This on the corner is Sweeps. Now, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's John May's barber and coffee shop. It's like a 2-in-1 shop. It's a barber, a coffee shop. Your halal meat here. What's this one called? Give it a plug. Zahara Halal Supermarket. And then we have King's Store, which some of you may or may not recognise. At these. Now, King's Store is run by Mr. Adelan, who lost thousands of pounds after looters ransacked his store. It was £15,000 worth of stock. £15,000 worth of stock went missing. Now he had to pay, obviously get all that back, and he had to obviously pay for damages that was caused to his store, which is obviously disgusting for a local businessman who had nothing to do with what these thugs were rioting for. Absolutely nothing. So go and have a look. No, you're on it, okay. At the store. I do apologise if I've got that shop wrong there. It was called King's Store though, I'm pretty sure it was. Look at these buildings though. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it, when you're seeing buildings just absolutely ruined, derelict, wasted. Let's cross over, eh? Let's show bits and bits and bits. I'm gonna get ran over. Now, does anyone remember this place? The county? Now, if I remember correctly, and obviously, if I'm wrong, I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me. Let's get round these vans first. Hold up, bear with me. Now, the county, I'm pretty sure, years and years ago, was taken over by a male couple. It was bought by a gay couple, I'm sure it was, and changed its name to Hot Pants. If I've got this wrong, I do apologise, but that's what, I don't know why, I just remember it. I don't know whether I've spoken about it with someone, it's just in my head. Again, if I've got that wrong, there's our Romanesque over there. There's a couple of them over here. phone repair shop. Another Afro-Caribbean over there. Smith and Weston Barbershop. This now, we're coming into like kind of the heart of County Road, if you like. It'll get busier. I'll probably get a lot more shy talking. Now, there's the Spello hub, which I'll talk about now. First of all, now I'm not too clued up on County Road, I must admit, but last time I come, this was at Tesco. It's now a Home Bargains. Did it used to be Jack's Superstore? I'm sure it was it was like a discount supermarket. Last I come, it was a Tesco. Now it's Home Bargains, but this is Spello Hub, Spello Community Hub and Library. Now, this was the one that was targeted and torched by vandals during the height of the summer riots. It left a vital community asset in one of the country's most deprived communities out of action. Quite sad, really. That was, though, until, you say it's sad, but that was until a remarkable public fundraising campaign which raised $250,000 for the renovation of the site. There was a lantern parade where hundreds marched from Goodison Road before a light switch on in a clear show of solidarity. Shows exactly how Liverpool rallies round and delivers, just like it did with Zoe's place. Now I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck in there. I'm going to have to walk around by this way. That's a nice building, isn't it? Rainbow House Day Nursery. Sometimes you don't notice buildings, do you? We've got our Tour Super store here. Now, before, when I was talking about, you know, I wasn't inciting anything. All I'm saying is, you know, people are seriously going to get fed up, aren't they, if things go up more. And, you know, because we are a country that exerts considerable economic, political and cultural influence, hence Great Britain. But when it comes to getting the piss taken out of us, you know, our attitudes have softened over the years, no doubt about that. Oh, let's get over. I've also read over half, I think it's 52% of British people think that immigration numbers should be reduced and that the amount spent on housing refugees and asylum seekers is concerning, which was £4.3 billion last year, £6.4 billion this year. Now, we should help where we can. As a rich country, a rich nation, we certainly should help. But just reading, it seems like people think, the piss, what are you doing, please? It's being taken out of us a little bit. Clearly, businesses are struggling too. High streets are struggling, should I say. Yeah. Segura. Now that's, don't know what it is, but Segura is means safe in Spanish. Emil's Kitchen, that's a Romanian couple, should I say. They come over and they do the best cakes in there, honestly. Fantastic cakes. It's a pastry, he's a pastry chef, specialises in desserts with his wife, Carmen. Opened in 2023. Vacation. You can still see some of the damages from the riots. The bins were set alight. Now, Vape Nation, that used to be like a superstore, again, an assorted, sold kind of all kinds, kind of superstore. Another barber's here, Danny's Barbers. Harlech Castle. That's going to be interesting when Goodison Park gets, is it Eastern European? When Goodison Park moves to Brandywmoor Dock, it'll be interesting to see how all these pubs are going to cope, because obviously they thrive on match days down here on County Road. I just hope they keep going, you know, and they get just as much business. Some new songs, eh? Now, just get back to what was said there about the £6.4 billion spent last year. Now, is that amount of money, which is an awful lot, it's an awful lot of money to be spent on, you know, other countries, isn't it? Is this amount of spending making our own people destitute? Surely there has to be that balance, doesn't there? Clearly people are suffering, especially when cuts are made. Now just let me show you. This used to be, oh, is it still Barney's? Or Barney's? Fight Out. That's been there for well over 30 years, that. Well over 30 years. Another barber. Another phone repair shop. Your Heron Foods. Now, if you're an Evertonian, I'm sure you will, well, you'll appreciate this scene for starters. Look at that. You can try and zoom in. There we go. I'm still getting used to this camera, by the way. Let's have a look what else there is. Obviously there's a William Hill. If you look above the shop signs, oh, it's so run down, isn't it? And also, if you're Evertonian, you'll probably know the Brick. They throw on a lot of away coaches. You'll go to away games and stuff like that. Another shawarma king here. Another halal supermarket. Things have changed. Certainly have. Now this rundown building here used to be, if I remember correctly, again, people have, is a vape, phone and vape shop. Seems to go hand in hand, really, these phone and vape shops, don't they? Another one. Anyway, yeah, where was I up to? Ah, this mural. This used to be Home Bargains. Oh no, it never. I apologise, it never. I'm thinking of all the way up there. It used to be Ethel Austin. And the artist, Woe Maroney, painted this multicoloured haired lady in order to rejuvenate the area. That was 15 years ago, by the way. It still hasn't been rejuvenated, has it? By the way, the building was a mess before that. Silver out, die shout. Well, he's gone. The Evertonians happy with Moyes. Now, I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me, but why the riots took place on County Road, many believe was because it was here, this mosque, Salah al-Din Mosque, that forced people here, and the hatred towards that certain religion, which is ridiculous. I don't know whether it's still open, to be honest with you, but people began to assemble here in that late evening in August, and as I say, I don't know whether it's moved on now or what, but I did notice somebody's pulling my leg there. But yeah, number 30 County Road is the Salah al-Din Mosque, and I'm pretty sure that's what caused people to assemble here for them. Well, they weren't protests, were they? They were riots. The County Road ends here on the junction of Spellow Lane, so let's take a walk up Spellow Lane and let's look at how many barber shops that along here, and phone repair shops. The Royal Oak there. Now, there's not much to talk about as I walk up here, and I'll go back to my previous point about all these cuts that are being made and things are going up. I don't want to sound negative, but just while we're here and because of what happened here on the County Road area 6 months ago, people, I think that was just, people are getting fed up, aren't they, of some of the things that this country is allowing to happen. Now, there's lots of debate on all kinds of policy issues, but no one should make excuses for violence. Let's get that straight. Okay, plenty of people across the country have strong views about crime, policing, immigration, asylum, even the NHS, and much more. But they certainly don't pick up bricks and throw them at police. They don't loot shops or attack places of worship. They don't set buildings alight. This is evident in the community. It's like a college, I think, a free school football college. Evident in the community, they do a lot for the community. There's a cafe inside. I'll go in there because my hands are freezing and I could do with my second coffee of the day, no doubt. Let's take a look at Goodison Park, because it will not be here for much longer. There's a mural over here of Big Dunk, Howard Kendall. When you play for Everton, you forget about the rest. The rest mean nothing. The queues down there must be for Bournemouth tickets maybe. They've just been through against Bournemouth in the next round of the FA Cup. And of course you'll have the... Just nearly stood in dog poop. You have the Everton 1 shop. The Everton 2 shop is in Liverpool 1. This was the first mega store. We don't know how strong we are until being strong is the only choice we have. True. This is the Dixie Dean statue. A bit of a memorial garden, if you like. Well, it's not so much a garden, a concrete garden for Evertonians that have lost their lives. Dixie wearing the poppy there. There's Everton 1, the mega store over there. Do you know, I had just filmed and narrated all the way up County Road there. I'll get shots and I'll never get again. And was I filming it? Did I press record? Did I? So I had to do it all over again. We try and make it look a little bit nice, don't we, with flowers and bees, sunshine. God love them. The problem with walking down a long road like that is if you've parked at the start, you've got to walk back. And that's what I had to do. And by the way, I walked down there twice because, as an absolute amateur, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm narrating, and forgot to press record. So I'm just taking a little trip back, noticing things that I never noticed my first trip down. But as always, everyone, thanks for your support. I know everyone seems to like these videos, the walking around different areas of Liverpool, talking a little bit about its history. Sometimes I do go off on a bit of a tangent about this state of this country. I do apologise, but I'm pretty sure we're all feeling the same way, aren't we? I'll try and do a bit of a positive video on my next one, try and balance it out a little bit. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, it helps massively get it out there. Bloody workers. And I'll say it again, thanks all for watching. please give the video a like, and I'll see you all on the next one.